I'm Caroline. I'm 32, and I made a catastrophic mistake, the kind that turns your world inside out in a heartbeat. One minute, everything felt light and safe. The next, I was alone in a quiet house, glued to my phone, waiting for a text that would never come. I never imagined Ryan would actually leave. I assumed he'd be upset for a bit, maybe give me the silent treatment, but not walk out forever. Yet he did. And now I don't only feel stupid. I feel utterly abandoned. In one reckless instant, I didn't just lose my husband, I lost everything. It began with conversation. The details blur, but it was one of those throwaway comments you make to get a rise, to be funny, to feel a little daring. I was at dinner with friends, glass of wine in hand, enjoying myself. We were ribbing each other about relationships, throwing out ridiculous hypothetical questions. Someone asked something like, if you had to choose between your husband and someone else, who would you pick? Without stopping to think, I gave a smirk, flipped my hair, and said what I thought would be a laugh-getter. Oh, please. I'd pick my coworker over Ryan in a heartbeat. Laughter all around. I laughed too, even winked, acting like it was all harmless. I wasn't serious. I didn't mean I'd actually leave Ryan for a colleague. But in that moment, I felt a jolt of being desired. My friends tittered. One of them nudged my arm as if I'd been a little wicked. It felt thrilling, innocent. Or so I convinced myself. Ryan didn't react at the table.
He just looked at me.
Not angry, not amused, just quiet. That should have been my first red flag. Ryan isn't the shouting type. When something truly bothers him, he withdraws completely. That silence was the shutdown I should have noticed. I brushed it off, pecked him on the cheek, and told him to loosen up. But the minute we got home, the atmosphere changed. Standing in our hallway, he asked something that stopped me cold. Do you actually mean that? He asked, voice low and steady. What you said at dinner. Was that a joke? Or do you really think someone else would be better? I scoffed. Ryan, come on. I was joking. Instead of apologizing, I dug in. Arms crossed, I repeated it was a joke and accused him of overreacting. He let out a short, humorless laugh. Overreacting? He echoed, running a hand through his hair. I've spent years trying to make you happy. And the one thing that actually excites you is another man. My response was flippant. For God's sake, Ryan, no. He cut in, dead serious. If you're so sure there's someone better, why are we even here? That's when the truth hit me. This was more than a fight. This wasn't one of those blow-ups we'd weather and forget. This felt final. I was losing him. I tried to stop him. Ryan, no, I said. He sounded eerily calm. I thought we were a team, he said. I thought this marriage meant something. Apparently, I was wrong. I laughed nervously, tried to play it off. You're not seriously mad over a dumb joke. But he wasn't listening. He walked upstairs. 20 minutes later, I followed and found him in the bedroom, suitcase open, clothes being folded and packed. I leaned against the doorframe, arms folded, refusing to accept it. You're actually leaving over this? I said. It's not just this, he muttered without looking at me. It's everything. Panic crashed over me. For the first time I really saw, the ways I'd taken him for granted, the casual dismissals, the pushing, the thought I could always get away with more. I begged, pleaded, insisted I hadn't meant it. I told him he was blowing it out of proportion. He didn't care. He zipped the bag, grabbed his keys, and walked out without a word. Then he was gone. The next days were torture. I told myself he only needed space, that he'd come back when he cooled off. Then I opened my email and saw a note from a real estate agent. Follow up on your apartment inquiry. My stomach dropped. He wasn't crashing on a friend's couch. He was house hunting. That's when reality hit. He was serious. I called. It went to voicemail. I texted. Nothing. I recorded a shaky voice message. Ryan, please, can we just talk? This is getting blown out of proportion. I didn't mean it. You're the only one I want. Please come home. Silence. Finally, a text appeared on my phone. Thanks for confirming what I suspected for a while. You just use people for what they can give you. I guess I was no different. My insides turned to ice. He wasn't wrong. I called again. He picked up, but his tone was flat. "What do you want, Caroline?" he said. I tried to explain, to fix it, to make him see I'd been careless, not cruel. He said, "I need time to think. Don't call me until I reach out." That was the end of it. So here I am, sitting in an empty house, watching the screen, waiting for something I know won't come. I believed I had the power, that I could toss words around, and Ryan would stay. But now I don't have a husband. And the coworker I joked about? He doesn't want anything to do with me either. So I'm left alone with nothing and no one to blame but